Welcome to the UMCtheme video tutorials. In this tutorial we're going to go over how to create a widget a little bit more in depth. If you haven't already watched the video on the UMCtheme templates and widgets, highly suggest that you do that first and you'll understand where the widgets go on the page. But for this we're going to go ahead and just go over the widgets. So I created a new sidebar, which is this, the widgets above post test. To be able to assign to a test page I have that will go in the widgets above post area. So we're using the Utah banner widget, which all of the widgets that we have created to work with a theme have the Utah dash and then the name of that widget. So in here in the banner widget title, that doesn't necessarily display on the home page, and then you have 4 different options. So here, headline, subhead, link, image URL. The only thing that's required is the image URL, of course, to have that image show up for the slide. So you'll want to go to your media library. What I've done is gone to media library and then open link in new tab, and that's right here. So we're going to take a look at this image. This is a good ratio right here, that 996 by 438. So having zoomed in here, there it is, that 996 by 438. Now it's the height that sets the height of the slide. So the tallest image that you have, that's what will set the height of the slideshow. So you will want to edit your image in an editor. If you're part of the university, then you will have access to Photoshop to do that. There's also quite a few different free online image editing software, and we can definitely point you in the right direction. So we're going to go ahead and zoom out of that. So I'm going to grab the URL of that image. I like to grab just what's called the relative URL. It's everything after the www.dev. All of that / on, and that's good if you're ever moving the site. Keeps the links in the right place. If you ever change names of that main web address. And I digress. So let's go back here to, we're going to paste that in. Okay, and we'll have that. Since it is a slideshow, let's go ahead and have 2 images. So I can grab another one here, and I've got those same dimensions, 996 by 438. So I'm going to grab that URL as well. URL. Okay, and I'm going to put that in number 2. For fun, I'm going to go ahead and add headline, my custom headline. And we can add a link. Okay. So now that we've got that, right now this isn't going anywhere, but if I go ahead, I'm going to open up these pages in a new tab. So I've created this widgets test page. I'm going to edit that page. And right here is where we get our sidebars, and that's where we have this above post widgets. I'm going to grab that sidebar I just created and update. Go ahead and view that page. We'll now see that we have that slideshow created for us. And you'll see that's what the headline would look like for that. So that is how you would create a banner widget. The widgets are all pretty similar as far as filling out a form of different things that you can add. So like with we have a multiple columns one, and if we go ahead and let's see here. So if we just find like the 2 column, there we go. If I add that, and so you can stack these however you'd like. I'm just going to say column 1. Here's the different options. Column 2. And then you'll see you kind of have the same thing, this description that just takes text, the link URL, text, and then if you'd like to have an image, that image URL. Now these columns, it'll make that image the whole width of that column. It'll stretch that out and then just keep that aspect ratio of the height. To see that, I'm going to go ahead and go into the media library, and let's see, we're going to grab a smaller image like this. You're going to see how that blows it up quite a bit. So to make it more uniform, you do want to go ahead and edit your images beforehand and make sure they're the same width and height and about the width of what you would like for that column. So we'll go ahead, we'll save that. Okay, so let's go back to that page. Oh, right here, our widgets test page. And we're going to go ahead and refresh. Here you'll see that it creates that image the full width of that area. So that's where you might want to resize it and just have it just the width of that. For a Mac, a little trick with that is if you do an image capture, it'll give you that width right there. So that's 461 by 217. And I just hit escape to get out of that. All right. So that's a brief overview of the widgets, and you can try out each of the widgets and see what you think. There's also body tabs one, which is new with that. You do want 3 tabs. Just real quick, tab 1, tab 2, and tab 3. There we go, and then text. 2, text 3. Okay, we'll save. And once again, if we go to that page and do a refresh, we'll see that we've got those 3 tabs. Okay. And by default, it's going to display that middle tab. So you need at least 2 tabs for this to look proper. So those are the different ones. You can go ahead and explore what we've got. We have a link list, so I might show you that one real quick. If you wanted to create like some interior navigation on a page in the sidebar, you might go ahead and create a new sidebar, say my custom sidebar nav. Okay, we'll create that. And I can go ahead in that. We have this simple link list. So that's where you can go ahead and just build out your links and say, here's the text, link 1, then your link 2, link 3, and then you can keep adding an item however many you want. Link 4. Okay, we'll save. Alright, and if we go ahead and we're gonna need to go back to this page. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna choose in that sidebar that custom sidebar nav. And I'm gonna change this template because I need a sidebar. So I'm gonna do the 2-column template, which has a sidebar on the right. So we'll go ahead and update that. And if we view this page, now you'll see you have that link list. You have some different options within that. You can, if you want it to be a numbered list, you'll go ahead, oh, we're in that tab item again. Okay, so you're gonna go ahead and say ordered. If we save that, you can see, now that'll give you a number with each link. Or, and generally unordered looks the best. You can reverse the output, so we'll save that. Or actually, let's do ordered, and then we can really see what that would look like. Okay, so it did that. Now, You probably don't want to do that order because then we can see, okay, that link 4 is now at the top. So that really does look best as an unordered list. There we go. And then the enable accordion. This is where the title is important because I was going to title the accordion, so my custom nav. Okay, and if we update, there we go. We have that accordion nav. Okay, so that's our different options for some widgets and whatnot. The coloring's a little different because I'm actually working with a unique child theme right now on this. Nonetheless, that's how the widgets work, and you can go ahead and explore more of these widgets and what those do. Thanks so much!